What is going on, everybody? It's KingTutsPro and welcome back to another video. Guys, I hope you guys like this new, I wouldn't say new, but a little bit more updated setup. I just thought I want to be a little bit more presentable. I'm going to show you how to do a really cool fashion intro. If you guys are into fashion or if you have a fashion YouTube channel, then this is the perfect intro for you guys. Like, honestly, this is the best. The only requirement that I would suggest you guys do is to obviously take really good photographs. Make sure the quality is just fantastic. Just make sure it's really good. He has a fashion YouTube channel. His name is Alex Costa. I'll leave his YouTube channel down in the description. So I just got these photos from his Instagram, and I just downloaded them and imported them into Final Cut Pro 10. I guess I should tell you guys now, there is a paid pack that you guys do need to get in order to do this, but I suggest you guys do it anyways because it's just amazing. You get over 300 transitions, which is absolutely phenomenal. So I'm going to play the video for you guys one more time again. The first thing that you guys want to do is, of course, you want your photos. So in this case, I just have pictures of Alex Costa from his Instagram. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select him and I'm going to drag the first photo. And you're going to notice that the properties are different. That's just because I created this project for another video. I'm just going to do a 1080p video, 1920 by 1080. You can do 4K if you want, but your photos have to be in 4K or it's not going to look as good. And then you want 30 frames. Don't do 60 just because it's just pointless in my opinion. So right now, when you first import or drag the photo into the timeline, it's going to be about 4 seconds, which is way too long. So go ahead and drag this all the way to 15. What I suggest you guys do is just drag all of your photos into the timeline first. But anyways, this is the last photo here. So now we have, I think this is 10 photos. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 to 10 photos is fine. So if you guys choose a fast-paced song with a lot of beat markers or beats, then that's gonna be good because that way you can easily edit to it. And because if you choose a song that has a different tempo and a different beat, it's just not gonna flow as right. Anyway, so I'm going to now select each of the photos and I'm going to go to the end of this clip. Well, right now we're working with 15, and in order to tell it's at 15, if you click on the ends of each of the photos and you drag, you're gonna see that right now we're at 3 seconds and 22 frames. So we wanna drag that, and you're looking right here on the screen as I drag this, the numbers start to decrease or increase depending if you drag it to the left or the right. I'm gonna drag this all the way left now, and you can see that now we're at 20 frames and we cut down 2 seconds and 21 frames. So now we're going to go all the way, and there you go, we're at 15 frames now. So go ahead and drag that to 15 frame, and the longer the photos, the more you might have to zoom in onto the timeline. So now we have all of this, but you can see that we have black bars on the side, and the reason that you need to take HD quality photos is because we're going to scale it up. So we're going to go into the inspector window, go to transform and go to scale and increase that all the way until you don't see the black bars anymore. So right there. Then we're going to go to the Y axis, click on the 0 and drag that down if you want to move the photo down. If you want to move the photo up, just drag it up. Make this bigger. You're going to see that the quality is fantastic. To save some time, what you guys can do is select the first clip or the first photo that you applied the settings to, the scale. Press Command C to copy those effects. And you can select all of the clips, then press Shift Command V, and this will paste whatever you did to the first clip to the rest of the other photos or clips. And here you can choose what you want. Let's say you only want the position, or say you only want the scale, you can only have the scale checked. Or let's say you want both of them, you can do that. And then you can click Paste, and then now each of the photos is scaled to that exact number that we've done there. Now, of course, each photo is going to be different. It's not going to be framed properly. So go in through each of the photos, click on it, make sure you click on it, and go back to the Y axis and manually adjust this to each photo because not each photo is going to be framed correctly when you zoom in or scale it up. So I'm going to drag this up like that. No, he's not dead in this photo, so we're good there. All right, so this one, his top of his head is cut off. We don't really need to worry about his legs really because we want to focus on him. That's the main intro. So I'm going to drag that up around there so we can see more of himself. This one as well, he's getting cut off. So I'm going to drag this down I'm clicking and dragging down, and now we can see everything here without the black bars because we scaled it. So do that for the next photo here. I'm going to drag the Y upwards because the photo it was like this. So I'm going to drag this up, and I want to get pretty much this whole frame here, and it's perfect. Okay, so I'm also going to drag this down, something like that. And then the second to last photo here as well. This one's a bit tricky because we want to see the YouTube plaque, but we also want to see him. So we're just going to do something like this. And then the last photo here, this one's perfectly framed so we can see everything here. So something like that. Sweet. So now we have all of the photos. If you push play, you're going to see that it runs relatively fast, but it's slow because we don't have any transitions. So this is where you guys want to download the transitions and install them. All right, guys. So what you guys want to do is you want to, of course, buy the pack. Guys, trust me, it comes with 300 transitions and it's super cool. He also has some video effects as well. When you download, when you buy and download the file, it's going to be in a zip. Unzip it and it's going to be in this folder here. And what you want to do is you're going to have these files here, okay? So of course, shout out to ALEFX'S or Alex. So here we have 4K light leaks, the looks, and then the transitions. Open that folder by clicking it, and then select the folder here and press Command C. Go to the top and go to go to the home folder, and then go into the movies folder. And I already added that to the sidebar, but you guys might not have that. And then you want to go into the motion templates folder. If you guys don't have that, create it. And you want to right click, get info. You want to make sure that in each of these folders that are created in the motion templates folder says .localized with the Z. That way it works with Final Cut Pro. So open the folder up and you're going to have some folders here. If you don't, that's fine. Create a folder named transitions. Also, you want to do the same thing. Click get info. And you want to type in .localized. Open the transitions folder and you want to paste the folder in here. Quit and reopen Final Cut Pro 10 and the transitions will be right here. So you can see that he has a whole bunch of transitions and each one of these is super cool, guys. So it's called camera shake. That's the transitions that you guys want to use. Click on the transition here and you can preview it by pushing the space bar. I'm going to click and drag this towards the beginning. And right now, this is way too long. So I'm going to click here and I'm going to drag it outwards. If you drag this, this will make the video longer. All right. Just letting you guys know that. If you want to make the transitions longer or shorter, you have to click on in the middle. You want to select it first and click the middle right here. I think around here is good. What I like to do is I like to leave about 2 frames, a frame or so left. You're going to see that it just zooms right up like that. So you want to do that for each of these photos. What you want to do is you want to drag it, but you want to drag it in between clips, as you can see. So I'm going to drag it over here now. So I'm going to drag this one inwards like this, and then drag this one outwards to make it longer. So now if I push play, it's going to look something like that. And you want to do that for each of the photos here. So something like this. I'm going to drag it outwards a little bit. So we have about a frame left here, a little gap. So now when I push play, you're going to see that it makes it a lot smoother. So do that for each one. And I'm going to show you that right now. Something like this. I'm going to do something like this over here as well. I'm going to drag this down like this. So we have about a frame, maybe 2 if you want. So I'm going to move, well, I'm going to move this one down like that. And this one, I swear, one of these was the right timing. But anyways, that's fine. So you want to do something like this and something like that. It's okay. You can go back and adjust them too. So I'm going to do this one here. I'm going to drag this one to the right like that. And then the last one here for this one, I'm going to go to the, I think it's called Chroma Spin. So I'm going to drag that towards the end here and leave about a frame left. So now if I go back and I push play, it's going to look like this, which looks super cool. Right now it looks really bad because it's not rendered out. So you will have to render this out first. So go to modify and render all. This allows you to play the video back smoothly and correctly, or else it's going to look really weird. So once we've rendered that out and I push play, it's going to look something like this, which looks super cool, very fast paced. Okay. So this is why I suggest you guys try out his pack. It's super cool, guys. It's really worth it. I promise. You guys get 300 transitions and it's super cool. So I'm going to drag this here. All right, right there is where it starts. So I'm going to move this where the beat starts to happen. I'm going to drag that at the very beginning. I'm going to zoom in. So you can see how for every beat it's constantly changing. That's what you want in a intro. So I'm gonna go leave it a couple seconds out right there, and I'm gonna delete the last bit of this and that as well. So now we have to create the text. So what I did is I created this one here. You can't really see it. I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So what you want to do is you want to go to the text and you want to go to titles. You want to go to basic title and just drag this right there. Okay. So now what you want to do from here is you want to go to the inspector window, go to the text and change it to whatever text you want. I'm just going to type in his name. From here, what you want to do is you want to go into this one here, which is the YouTube play button. You can just go on Google and just look that up. It should be a PNG image. So from here, you want to make this smaller so that, and this is what I did for my intro as well, but I'm going to drag this down. Something like that, and I'm going to drag this to the right. Now this is not going to be optically centered, so what you want to do is you want to select the text and move it to the right on that x-axis, and then do the same thing for this one. You might have to do the transform tool and just move it like that and make sure that it's optically centered. To me that looks optically centered. So now I'm going to cut the ends here and delete that, and let's see how it looks so far. Oh, that looks pretty cool. I like that. But I don't want the background to be black. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the titles. I'm going to go to generators, and then I'm going to go to whites, and I'm just going to do whites for the sake of the video. And I'm going to go and trim this, and then select that clip. Go to the inspector, go to color, and you can do smoky or whatever. I'm going to do bright white. I'm going to select the text. I'm going to go back into the properties. I'm going to go into face to change the color to black so we can see it on the white background. There we go. And now if I push play, that's what we got. So now we're going to go and group this together. I want this to be like that. I'm going to right click, new compound clip, and I'm going to name this outro text. Now we want to animate this. So right in between the transition, you want to go to the text, or sorry, you want to go right here where you can actually see the font or the text. Then you want to click on it to make sure that you're on the video properties here or in this window panel. And then you want to drag this to the left, to the right, up, bottom, whatever you guys want to do. Just make sure it's out of the frame. Then click this plus icon to add your keyframe. Then go a couple of seconds inwards and then drag this back in. You're going to have a little red arrow, which means that it's being animated. So something like that. Now I'm going to go a couple of frames more inwards, and then I'm going to drag this out a little bit, then go a couple of frames more, and then drag this back to where it started. So now if I go back and I push play, it looks like it's coming in, and then it comes back in spot to where it started. Sweet. So once we've done that, we want to go into the effects. We want to go to stylize, sorry. Then you can do bad TV if you want. You don't have to. You can do something just like that. But if you want that handheld look, you can just drag handheld. You can do something like that. So this is what the intro should look like. And you guys will have a super dope intro, and everyone's gonna want to know how you did it. So yeah, so I hope this video wasn't too long. I hope you guys learned something today. If you did, smash the like button and turn on the bell notifications so you guys don't miss out on videos just like this. Peace.